Hello, welcome to the daily. Thank, sorry, everything's working. Hello, welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Seriously, I am here at 12 o'clock or just a little bit after every single day of the year. Weekends, weekdays, every single day I'm here to take your political questions. I write them down in my notebook here, and then I read on them to the best of my ability. This is a spiritual practice. Oh, I'm sorry about there's apparently the neighbors are having their lawns done. I might need to, I think it's going to be too loud. I might have to close my window here. But let me know. Anyway, I'm here to take your questions and read on them to the best of my ability. This is a spiritual practice. I'm reading on the energy of the collective, and just keeping an eye on the chat to see if this is too loud outside. Just let me know. 10% of all income that comes into the channel goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. And thank you, everybody. You are so kind. And you have been so kind to me, so generous to me, and I am grateful. And so kind to each other, which makes everything great. So, why this? It is we're like one of the last places on the planet that still deals in Fahrenheit. But it's 56 degrees Fahrenheit here, and I have the windows open because the cats liked it, and I don't know. I'm just enjoying the cool air. So. Oh, I'm not cold at all. I'm perfectly happy. But I've also got the windows open. So anyway, not getting the mower noise at this time. Excellent. I'm not cold at all. I'm happy. I am perfectly happy. I love this. This is my kind of weather. It's basically overcast. It's cool. Perfect as far as I'm concerned. So, thank you, Kathy. Thank you. All right. So, yes, cool, fresh air, Nanette. Exactly. I love it. All right. So, I was grabbing a couple of your questions as I was getting ready to go on. So, I've got a few of the 12 already. So, if you recognize your question, I'm sorry I'm not giving you credit. I didn't write down who the question was from, but I've got them. The first question is, what is the status of Trump's bad karma bill? Reading on that. Number 2, when will Don Jr. be drug tested? I think that was Kathy Anderson. That's that should be interesting. When will Don Jr. be drug tested? We should definitely look at that. Number 3, will Trump pull a Weinstein or Manafort and show up at court in a walker or a wheelchair? I'm not sure his narcissism could handle that, but we'll have a look. Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to look for your other questions. Thank you, Mara. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. And, okay, so I've got that question about Don Jr. And, yeah, the Trump's trip to Uncover the News. Kristen always has really keeping us on top of the news. All right, I'll close this for a minute. Hang on. There. If I can close it, why are you not closing? There. Okay. Well, they're close. I'll open it back up in a minute, but it's getting kind of loud. All right. Kristen has news about Trump's impromptu 16-hour trip to New York City for a UFC fight. Oh, in 2019, cost taxpayers more than $250,000. I believe it. But no, apparently he's been in New York City, like staying at Trump Tower, like now. And I guess for legal stuff or... So I thought maybe we should look at that. Like Trump in Trump Tower now for legal court stuff. It's I thought we'd add that to the list. That would be number 4. Okay. Hang on. KD is something about, is your arm magnetic? You can be like me and glow a proud green and purple from my vaccines. It's like that line from Mystery Science Theater, the movie that they put out, where they're the people getting on a spaceship, and humans being shown around spaceship. Yes, and you stand here, and when you hold on to here, these, it will hold your hands in place. These are magnetic, and one of the bots said, and if your hands were made of metal, that would mean something. Sure are magnetic. I don't know. I've got a whole lot of Mystery Science Theater in the back of my head. Oh well. All right, so let's see here. Leave anything in all caps. Renier has a question. Will Trump pull Harvey Weinstein show up in court with a walker wheelchair? Got that down? Oh my gosh. We should definitely check on that. Kristen also has, thank you. Uncover the News has, Mitch McConnell says he doesn't believe the January 6th Commission would uncover new facts or promote healing. January 6th Commission vote in the Senate. We should look at that. That'll be number 5. Crazy. I like that, Polly. My entire body needs infrastructure repair. Yeah, we could all use some of that. Okay, thank you. Kristen's also reminding us, I saw this on the news earlier, arrest warrant issued for Marilyn Manson in New Hampshire. Do we want to read on him? Does anybody want me to read on him? I lived in Baton Rouge from most off and on and throughout the 90s. So the whole New Orleans, Anne Rice, Trent Reznor, Marilyn Manson thing was right down the road. And I was in college in the early 90s, and stories and all kind of stuff. And I wasn't planning on it at all, didn't want to, but I was warned not to hang out with those guys, not to hang out with Manson and the guys. And it was like, I wasn't going to. It was like, good, don't. Okay. But I heard stories. Anyway, all right. Yes, exactly. Meanwhile, with this January 6th Commission mess, Kristen saying, Justin, mother of slain Capitol Police officer, pleads with GOP senators to back the January 6th Commission. Do we need reminders that McConnell's a monster? Robin, hey, this is my first time in chat, especially with a question, so I don't know whether to keep repeating it or not. Not necessarily. I try to see it. Just make sure it's in all caps. That's kind of the big thing. It needs to be anything in all caps in the chat. That's how I know you're talking to me. And other than that, when you talk to others, just please type normally. So, okay. All right. Mark is asking, Mark, when will hotels operating under the Trump moniker begin to stop using it? Well, they already are. They've been taking the Trump name off of things for several years now. So I don't know. I mean, we could ask, are they ever going to? I don't know. I don't know that I could really add anything to that because it's already happening to some extent. So, sorry. If you can think of something more specific or related, let me know. Let me know. And if not today, tomorrow. I'm literally here every day to take questions out of the chat. It's first come, first serve. But I have to go by my intuition, and I have to go by what my own limited knowledge. But but I do feel bad when I don't answer your questions. Okay. Patty saying when you hit the thumbs up, it took her out of the chat. Oh, goodness. Well, thank you for trying to hit the thumbs up. Thank you. All right. And what was that? Something? Renia is saying McConnell's afraid half the GOP will be indicted, I guess. You know what? Let's turn that into a question. Would have, or significant numbers of GOP be indicted due to January 6th? Well, a significant number of the GOP, which would come right after the question about the vote in the Senate. Okay, we'll look at that. So I've got 6 questions. I've got space for 6 more. Yes, if YouTube, thank you, Katie, for reminding us. If YouTube jumps, the chat jumps, and I lose your question, please repost it with the letters YT right in front of it. So on the YouTube, cut it off earlier. Thank you. Okay. Polly Wanda, if subpoenaed, will Trump refuse? Will he activate his minions? Go forth, morons, and cause chaos. If subpoenaed, I think it isn't just subpoenaed. I think it would be indicted. Perhaps we should look at. But I'll look at the subpoenaed. Will Trump refuse and activate his minions, his henchmen? Okay, look at that. Thank you, Polly Wanda. Thank you. Okay. Hello, Pamela. Oh, thank you, Katie. That's very kind. Okay, looking. And okay, Sally Gal is asking, will 45 use health issues to delay court proceedings once the indictments start pouring in? Okay. This will be related to the, will he suddenly start pretending, oh, I'm weak? Will Trump use health issues to delay court proceedings? Okay. That'll be number 8. Okay, I've got space for 4 more. All right, it's 81 in DC. Oh, it's gonna get warm here again, guaranteed. It's just perfect right now. Just absolutely lovely. Okay, got that. Okay, so YouTube definitely just jumped. Thank you, Marie. Thank you. That is very kind. Thank you. Okay, so where am I? Kenya's asking, will we get more help with stimulus? All right, let's have a look. Well, it's been a while since we looked at it. Maybe we'll get a better answer this time, a nicer answer this time. We get more help with stimulus. The state of the national debt has been driving me crazy for years. It's infuriating that our politicians let it get this bad. But at the same time, if we're going to be in debt, can we please feed some kids? Okay, thanks. Okay. All right, and got the stimulus question. Net, at my place, we're used to minus 40 in the winter. Wow. Gosh. Okay. Oh, okay. Kristen has another bit of news. Lawrence Tribe says Trump is acting like a dictator with absolute immunity defense. I saw that. Will Trump's immunity defense work? Okay, well, look at that. Thank you. Net, it's not political, but how did the supermoon affect the Earth yesterday? Gravitationally? It was a lunar eclipse, which, if you're looking at the galaxy side on, so you have the sun and you've got the planets, all on the same plane. They're spinning, but on the same plane. A lunar eclipse is when not only are things in the right place this way, but up and down, because there are variations in as things are spinning around the sun. There are variations. So, but every once in a while, you'll get a point where you get a full moon, so the sun is fully on the moon that we can see. But the Earth gets in the way, and rather than being too low or too high, or the moon's too high or too low, whichever, the shadow of the Earth falls on the moon. So you get a lunar eclipse. So what it means is astrologically, it'll just make it astrologically and physically, it makes it even stronger, because even though astrology charts, we always look at the solar system from top down, with the Earth in the center. The reality is it's a 3D. The solar system, it's a 3D structure, and so there's an up and down too. And the closer things are exactly on the same plane, makes them that much stronger. And so what effect did it have on the Earth? Though there are various astrological things, but even physically, it means everything's aligned even more. So even just gravitationally, it was going to be stronger. The pull of the moon and the sun would be that much. I don't know that I could add to that. Sorry. That's about all I could say. Yeah. Okay. I hope that helps. Thank you, Net. Kay is asking, with restrictions being lifted, will we have a second lockdown? With restrictions being lifted, second lockdown. Okay, we'll have to look at that. And Frosty Bean, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Frosty Bean, hello, who tried so hard to help me with my camera. I still really appreciate that. Could the Three of Swords be the symbol of a shredder? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Renee is asking, Mitch McConnell asked the Republicans to vote no on the January 6th commission as a personal favor to him. Really? What is he promising to give them back as reward for the no vote? What is promising to give Republicans for a January 6th commission no vote? Okay. Well, I've got 12 questions, but other things will crop up. They usually do. So let me just get started with what I've got here. And okay, where am I? Trying to get down to the new comments. Okay, so I've got my questions for today, but I'll be back tomorrow. And the day after, and the day after, and the day after. I promise. I'm here. I'm always here. Okay. I've been here for more than a year. Like, I think at this point it's 13 months since I had to take a day off. I had 5 days off in a row because I had an emergency when poor Alfie went missing. But he was found. He's okay. Oh, my gosh, that was awful. But other than that, those 5 days that were 13 months ago, I've been on every single day since the day after Christmas 2019. Yeah. So. Alrighty. Let me get out ye old deck here. Patty Palmer, I don't think she's seeing my questions. Okay. What, Patty Palmer, what is your question? Please let me know. See if I can work it in, and if not today, maybe tomorrow. I know it can be so frustrating, and people get very, very upset and frustrated sometimes, and I feel terrible. But thank you for being here, Judy. Okay, I really want them to. They're almost done. It seems like they've moved away with that mower thing. I really want to open the window again because it is actually getting warm in here without the window open. I'll take my sweat. I'll take my fleece off if I have to. But. All right, we're going to start with a whole. Oh, actually, I want to start with this one. Where are we? Are they done? They might be done. Okay, hang on. Oh, Chima, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me see if I can open this. Okay. We had one with my fleece. Yikes. All right, I'm going to tilt this down for just a second. Whoa, too much. Okay. Nice. All right. Hi. All right. I'm back. Now, let's start at 2330. When will Don Jr. be drug tested? Oh, did I miss? Patty, did you put your question in again? In all caps? I don't see it. No, I don't see it. Anyway, okay. Okay, let me open my energy up here. Hello. All right, definitely opened everything up. When will Don Jr. get drug tested? And how's that going to go? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I got wind on my mic. Okay, is it still happening? Let me know, please. Institution drug testing him. Five of Pentacles. Not having the resources he normally has. Good, thank you. You know the most common means of drug testing you hear about? That's what that is. I'm not going to say more than that. Refusal. I don't want to take that test. Ace of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Oh, Katie, thank you. Electra, why would he need to be drug tested? Exactly. I think that's key here. Make just a quick note here. Because this first card here and this last card there are him not having the means to pay people off, avoid things, not having. So that's one of the main things money gives you. It's options. 2022. Okay, I've got it. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Patty. All right. So why would Junior here suddenly not have the resources to say, no, I'm not going to do that? Why would he need to? Because this is him not wanting to, but this is him having to, and him throwing a fit about it, or, you know, a toddler fit about it. And but this is, he can't in an institution. So why would Junior need to be drug tested? Oh, do tell. Oh, do tell. So why will he get drug tested? Or maybe he won't. Why will he get drug tested? Because it's a whole new chapter in his life. It's a whole new world, and not in the nice Disney way. When and will. A whole new world. Oh, Gary, thank you. I've got Patty's question. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for being so nice. Thank you. All right. You don't say. You don't say. Oh, goodness. This is a prosecutor, a lawyer, oh, DA, whatnot. This is aggressive law enforcement. This is that drug test. This is being stripped of all kinds of material things because of judgment. So basically, are we talking about somebody going to prison? Maybe. So is this why? Is this Junior going into prison? Because it does not look good for him. sorry, cover the news has the trending on Twitter right now, if you'll excuse my use of the term, hashtag go to hell, Mitch. Alec, yeah, or it could be a requirement for parole. Oh dear. Oh, that's corruption, and this is deep. I'm feel it. This film feels like 3-dimensional to me, as in like there are these figures here, but it feels like this room goes back far. There's a lot back there. Six of Cups, Star, Fool, Page of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Oh goodness. All right. Well, there are a lot of, it could be kids, but it could be siblings. That's, you think it's hope, but it's actually, this might be the drug test. The Fool is his father, and it's him. And this is throwing everybody under the bus. So throwing everybody under the bus, siblings, like Ivanka, who's a water sign, and Trump Sr. There is much. Oh, look. There is much corruption, much legal exposure. We shall see. All right, Don Jr. being drug tested. When, will, and why? Okay. All right, so let's jump to some Trump questions. Okay. All right. 30 to 30. Let me close this just a tiny bit more. Just less. There, hopefully you have less wind. I won't get wind on the, make sure not to get wind on the microphone. Okay. So, hey, Sheila. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Hey, beautiful. That was very kind of you, Sheila. And you're always welcome. Let me know if you want to ever want to jump on. Just let me know. Okay, 30, 33. Thank you for that. Okay, 30 through 30. Many Trump questions. Actually, we should probably start here. 30 through 30. Okay, we're going to start with 30 through 30. What is the status of Trump's karma bill? Did you guys see Cash Peters doing the transition pictures for Adolf Hitler? Interesting. Basically, they coated him. He was like encapsulated to like hold in all of that negative energy so they could get him to the other side and then they could deal with it. Sheila, I'm supposed to be napping before I go to work. Oh, I understand. I understand. You often are at this time of day, but I just wanted to let you know. And thank you. Trump's karma bill. So in Trump's karma bill, it's going to be ugly. What is the status of Trump's karma bill? In Dutch, I always liked that if you were at a restaurant, and it may be pronounced slightly differently, but they'll know what you're saying if when you want the check, you ask for the reckoning. a whole lifetime of stuff. There's all kinds of things he did to individuals, things he did to women back in the 80s, 70s for that matter. People he screwed over, people he stole from. It's you know, it got magnified while he was in office, and he had a bigger platform. He could do more damage, but it's his karma bill. It's over the course of his whole life. What is the status of your karma bill? All right. I'm going to just tell you what I've got. I've got the Hierophant, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. He thinks he's sitting pretty. But you can't take it with you. I mean, first of all, we know the idea that he's wealthy is fraud. It's false. He lives in financially he's in a great big bucket that he's got to get as much water pouring into as possible, as much money pouring in as possible, because there's a huge hole in that bucket, because it's going out at least as fast as it's coming in. So he's always scrambling for more. But this is what he's focused on. And that's not how this works. There's a system. And the system is care for others. Care for others. Not at the point where you erase yourself. You need self-care. You need to take care of yourself. And then once you're, as they say on the planes, make sure you put your oxygen mask on, and then help other people put theirs on. And that's how this works. A cat shepherd, and Trump rhymes with trompe, French for trick. Yeah. And he's not willing to do that. It actually feels like he's not even capable of doing that. So if that's the case, is he... Where are we? 38. Is Trump responsible energetically for what he's done? If he is mentally ill. And I'm not asking in general for everybody. I'm talking specifically Trump. If he is a narcissist, if he can't help himself, then is he responsible karmically, energetically? Is he responsible? Or will they say, oh, well, that's just how you were built? Or is Trump responsible? Yes and no. It may make things harder, but he still is perfectly capable. And there are people who've had terrible upbringings, or who have various mental illnesses, who make the right decisions, who fight against that. The Temperance, Page of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Knight of Wands, Two of Pentacles. He could have made other decisions. He could have tempered himself. He could have just taken the money he had and lived a good life. But instead, he is chosen. He gets the dopamine. He thinks it's fun to get people riled up, to make them unhappy, to get them fighting with each other. It's not good for his energy. It's not good for the energy around him. It's just bad. But this is his choice. This is his choice. He's had choices, and he's had a lot more choices than a lot of other people have had, and a lot more opportunities. And he's just ruined it. Okay. So, at 41, will Trump show up at court in a walker or a wheelchair? We basically pull a Manafort or a Weinstein. Suddenly, I'm so weak and frail. I don't know that his narcissism could handle that, but let's have a look at, let's see what the cards say. Would Trump show up at his own court proceedings pretending to be, oh, I'm so weak and frail. Just a delicate little thing, Donald Trump is. Hang on. That's better. Okay. 42. Little delicate Trump. Dainty Trump. You know, that's what everyone calls him. Little dainty Trump. So will Trump pretend to be weak, ill, show up in a walker or a wheelchair? Secrets and lying, hugely, but I don't think this will be one of them. But let's see what the cards say. I could be wrong. Six of Pentacles. Oh, it's funny. Dave was just saying as long... Oh, no. Where did I just see it? Oh, Gary. I'm sorry. Gary is saying he's got a sucker sending him money, I'm sure. And look at that. He's absolutely going to play it up. I'm being persecuted. I'm being... Going to take people for all they are worth. The forensic accounting does not lie. No. No, it's lying. I'm the star, send me money. I need your money. I'm being persecuted. Meanwhile, this is what's actually going on in court. He's a narcissist, and he cannot abide showing any weakness. I have seen him in depositions. There was one that came out from a number of years ago, where he sat there and just pretended to be sort of gormless, as in, he just said that they were like, read this paper. Is this what happened? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't bring my glasses. No, I'm sorry. I didn't bring my glasses. And it was infuriating. And why they didn't just say, okay, then we're stopping right now. And you have 1 hour to get your glasses and be back here. Why they didn't do that, I don't know. But he can do stuff like that. He will. He's not above lying. But showing weakness, I don't know that he could handle that. So there's that. But there's also a possibility, you guys have great questions. Will Trump use health issues in general to delay court proceedings? Will Trump, oh my gosh, he's so frustrating. His energy's so frustrating. I'm just getting him talking to his lawyers and talking to lawyers, maybe not his. Maybe people haven't yet agreed to be his lawyer because they're like, yeah, well, we want money up front. And lawyers usually do. But anyway, oh, there's so much coming against him. And so all of the delay tactics he normally used, just imagine that exponentially, because there are that many, because there are exponentially more things coming against him. So is he going to use health issues to delay court proceedings? I'm seeing appeal this, appeal that, rule on this, try to get this, try to get. He's going to be, his lawyers are. It's going to be very frustrating, but communication, more communication, messages, communication. Back and forth, questioning every last thing, challenging every last thing, back and forth, and try to put this off. And everything from, he's got a rumbling stomach to, you name it. It's just going to go on and on and on. On and on and on. He's going to try everything. As long as he's not actually showing weakness. Does that make sense? As long as he's still the bully and he can still scare people. And that's what this feels like. He wants to scare people. He wants people to be afraid of him. He misses being president. He really does. He didn't like all this pressure to do work. No. But biggest bully of them all. And now Biden's in charge. But he'll make it go away. He'll make everything delay, and he'll just roll around in his money. That's his plan. So is he going to use health issues to try to delay court proceedings? He's going to use everything, including health stuff, to try to delay court proceedings. So at 48, will Trump's, speaking of Trump and his bad ideas about how to deal with courts. Yes, obstruction. Exactly. The will Trump's immunity defense work? Because he's already talking about, well, he's immune from all of this because he was the president. It's like, no, you were only temporarily not being, they weren't going after you because while you were president. But he's already trying to push this immunity. And I'm still the president. Yes. Lori, what pertinent work did 45 ever do? They made him do stuff now and then. I was pleased he did as little as he did. I would have much preferred if a house plant or one of my cats had been president. There would have been less damage, but it could have been worse. He could have been this awful and competent. Anyway. What about this whole immunity defense? There's a prosecutor just saying, oh, nay. Sit down. Appeal. But temperance, no, it's not going to work. Death of his victory. No, you lost. So you lost the election. Your immunity's over. No, it's not going to work. And then when he tries to push it more, no. He thinks he can just swan through being victorious, but this horse of death is right behind him as far as this argument goes. And we can get things moved. Try to get the cases moved. Try to get the cases moved to judges that were appointed when he was in office. Use all of that stuff that the Republicans did while he was in office to his advantage. But this whole immunity thing, nope. Nope. Good. Okay. 50. 45. If Trump is subpoenaed or indicted, will he refuse and activate his minions, henchmen? Did you get dental with that? Will Trump refuse to comply, to just refuse? Will he just refuse? Oh, by that point, everybody's going to have been throwing everybody else under the bus. The kids, Weisselberg, it feels like them all throwing each other, all this rancor in Trump world. Justice card. Hello. Knight of Pentacles. Strength. Three of Cups. Eight of Wands. If subpoenaed or indicted, the system is strong. Will he just refuse? Not flat out, but he will send other people in, and then they'll start that whole delay, obfuscate, delay, question everything. But we're going to be happier. And the Justice card is absolutely here. Solid, in place. Pamela, I love justice. I agree. Okay, so there's that. And where is this the last Trump question? Almost. At 53. 30. Okay. Apparently, from what I've heard, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that Trump is currently in New York City, Trump Tower. At least that's what I heard. Dave's saying if Trump testifies at the grand jury, he'll go to prison for perjury. That's a serious possibility. But he's apparently in Trump Tower now. He's in New York City. Some say he's talking to lawyers, but what is Trump doing in New York City? And from what I hear, also, I don't know if this is true. I heard this secondhand. Melania, nobody's seen Melania. So she's either skedaddled or she's just like, you do your thing. I'm insult to injury. He's railing. He's railing against these people who would dare question the Fiora, the orange Fiora. Make it go away. Four of Swords. Swords are legal things. Make it go away. It's going to cost me a fortune. And I'm going to make sure it doesn't cost me a fortune. So grifter's going to grift. Someone said that earlier, and it's true. Grifter's going to grift. Tick tock, tick tock. Lawyers. He's setting things up for indictments, for all kind of legal possibilities. I wonder if he's also maybe hiding some assets. Actually, that might be worth looking at. 45. Is Trump and Trump world hiding evidence and wrongdoing? They feel that it's better to ask forgiveness than permission, as 'twere. Is Trump and Trump world, are they hiding evidence of wrongdoing? And yeah, evidence of wrongdoing. Hiding wrongdoing, hiding evidence. Well, Hillary Clinton destroyed her cell phones with bleach, and so we can do it too. Why can't we? We will be victorious. We will be victorious. Winning by any means necessary. Certainly throw money around. This is hiding assets. This is hiding. There's some things that that like Trump is saying, well, just get rid of that, or just hide that, or just put that under somebody else's name. But even Junior and Eric, well, mostly Eric, because Junior is busy, distracted. Junior's distracted. Eric, but even they're saying no, you can't do that, especially now that we know they're looking at the company and what have you. So some of his ideas are not being accepted, but aggressive law enforcement. So they are going to come after stuff. Aggressive law enforcement, and then a bigwig walks in, being the prosecutor, the DA. Move money around, but no, it would make things worse. So some of the ideas are just shot down, but maybe some other ones they go, oh, okay. But we will see this. This looks like a very happy, this is like us watching television, going, yay! But make no mistake, law enforcement and prosecution is coming for them. No question there. Okay. So let's move on to the January 6th Commission. So at 59, the January 6th Commission vote in the Senate. Thank you for being here. Thank you. January 6th in the Senate, McConnell is saying, no, do not vote for this. So, they're toggling. Murkowski's already saying she wants to vote yes for the January 6th creation of the January 6th Commission. Maybe there'll be some others. Is it going to go forward? Is it going to pass the Senate? Creation of the January 6th Commission. Try to get my own energy, my own feelings out of the way. Is the January 6th Commission going to pass? be created? Is the bill to create the January 6th Commission going to pass? Linda, has anyone figured out why Trump leans so far forward when he stands? Because he's got lifts in his heels, the shoes, trying to make himself look taller, literally. And then he's got a girdle on, which is holding things solidly there. So he ends up tilted forward, and his arms dangling too far forward. That's what that is. January 6th Commission in the Senate. January 6th Commission in the Senate. The bill to create the January 6th Commission. There was so much damage done. There was so much damage done, so much pain, so many people afraid. Man. King of Pentacles. Oh, but they love the power they have, don't they? And you know, McConnell, I'm telling you, I cannot make it any clearer. McConnell will not compromise on anything. Anything. Do not expect it. McConnell making Republicans stand up to vote no. And there was a question here about what will the people voting no get in return. That would be another big coin in the dynasty card. I don't like it. Will the Senate block the creation of a January 6th commission? Come on. Will the Senate block the creation of a January 6th commission? If it doesn't go through, I wonder if Merrick Garland will assign a special prosecutor. Again, legal worry. Huge legal worry. Big, huge, large. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles again. Did I not shuffle? Let me shuffle. Oops. Will Republicans block the creation? Will Republicans in the Senate block the creation of a January 6th commission? Let me see if I can get any more information on here. They're not going to work with Democrats on this. Four of Pentacles, Lover's card, Four of Swords, Seven of Cups, Page of Cups. The fours, it's like the Four of Wands card is my card of vacation or retirement. But the other four cards, the Four of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Cups is a card of refusal. These four cards are especially cards of lack. Killing the bill, the swords, the air sign, the bills, the laws, the getting rid of it. There are people who love the country more than the party, but even though this is kind of the only power the Republicans have left, and they do everything they can in a 5 or 7 card reading, it's a card in the middle that has the most power, and this is, you kill it, quiet as a tomb. So the Democrats say, oh, okay, then we're going to go a different route. What that feels like. So how about this? 106. Will Garland appoint a January 6th special counsel? Let's try that. So with all this mess in the Senate, will Merrick Garland finally say, fine, then we'll appoint a special counsel for the January 6th insurrection. Special counsel. I have been getting pretty strongly that McConnell and his ilk are going to wish they had gone with the commission where there were at least some Republicans there. Special counsel, they have the power. Here you go. You've been chosen to be the special counsel. That's what it feels like. But let me see. That's a card for the reading. Let's see what actually happens. All right, those are investigators investigating the Republicans. Page of Swords. 9 of Swords. Corruption. This is a page, which is not what I would expect. For special counsel, I would expect a king. But the rest of the cards are saying definite legal worry, investigation of these Republicans, and they have reason to worry because of the corruption. Why the page of Swords? Because that's also my card for Trump the bully, but let me see. Biden administration. Okay, Biden administration. Republicans, the group of Republicans working, but be quiet. Hush your mouth. This is major arcana, so it's much bigger than these. There's a possibility. I'm not getting the cards I would expect for boom. Maybe it's a separate commission created. Maybe it's something along those lines. Calling in favors. 3 of Wands. Victory of the rotten people, the Republicans, but no, this is the rise of this is what they think they have, but then you get this rise of huge Democratic power. They're going to fight it. I'm not getting the cards I would expect for a special prosecutor, but we'll check back. We'll check again. Okay, what's next? 11030 will a huge number, like half the GOP, I mean, just would a huge number of GOP be implicated or indicted due to January 6th? Be indicted. Yes, Katie, a special prosecutor, that's what I was looking at. That's what I was looking at. But are they fighting it? Is that one of the is that basically why McConnell's fighting this, other than just to be contrary? And I swear my personal opinion is that man would let people die in the streets as long as it meant he had power. That's just me. It's only an opinion. So is he fighting it because half the GOP would be indicted? That's big. That's a big Republican energy. Okay. Yes, Chris is saying maybe Pelosi will have her own commission, but mostly likely won't be bipartisan. Look who's here. That could, well, I'll look at the other cards. That could be Pelosi. Let's see. Theft. Empress. Justice. 7 of Cups. Pelosi looking at all this is also the insurrectionists. They were thieves. They were walking off with things. Remember the guy walking through Statuary Hall carrying Pelosi's podium? It was a fundamental attack on the U.S. Justice after getting through the lies. Something's definitely, this is not going to get swept under the rug, even if McConnell manages to stop the vote in the Senate or have it fail in the Senate. I really think he's gonna wish he had let that go through, because they're not gonna give up on this. Democrats are not going to give up on this. Nope. And Swalwell has a court case he's been talking about. Yeeks. Okay. All right, I think we covered that one. So let's ask, okay, at 1:13:30, will we get more help with stimulus in the U.S.? Will we get more help with stimulus in the U.S.? There we go. Get more help with stimulus in the U.S. Like I said when I wrote down the question, I am horrified that we've had so many leaders who have let us get into this kind of debt. It makes everything harder on everybody. Makes you basically shoots inflation up, and so everybody's like on a treadmill. But if we're going to be in debt, could we please just feed children? If we're going to be in debt, could we be in debt for education, infrastructure? Bring back Depression-era work programs, including for artists. Could we do that? If we're going to be horribly in debt, can we at least be in debt for feeding kids and things of that nature? But will there be stimulus? I think that started there. Okay. Will there be stimulus? By the way, this evening, I forgot to mention up front, this evening at 6 p.m. Central, I will be on Red Lentil Healing. Adrian and I are going to be reading together on her channel. More stimulus. Trump world, Trump cruelty. Page of Pentacles. It would just be a small amount of money that would mostly help the kids. Coming from the government, the Hierophant, the institution. Working. There's the Sun. There's the Three of Pentacles. This feels like other plans. This is send people back to work. Chris, I missed what day the Red Lentil Healing. This evening at 6 p.m. Central Time in the U.S. I'll be on Red Lentil Healing, I believe. There are tax credits going through for people with kids. There's a big thing going through to help kids. But as far as direct payments of checks like we had before, maybe. I wish I could say, but the energy I'm getting is, I might take another form. We're gonna have to come back and read on this. Yeah, the energy is not quite. Yes. Oh, Stephanie, Red Lentil Healing says it's 7:30. Good. There we go. Eastern time, 6:30. So this evening at 6:30 p.m., I will be on Red Lentil Healing. Oh, Senator Ron Johnson. Kristen's saying, just in, Senator Ron Johnson says he respectfully disagreed with the mother of deceased Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick on forming a January 6th commission. Ron Johnson. I have nothing nice to say. I have much that is not nice that I could say. Trying to get the economy going again. Doing some things to jumpstart the economy. I'm feeling more infrastructure stuff. And they can squeak in little things here and there, but I'm not getting a clear answer of, yes, they're going to send us checks. I'm not getting that. Unless you have kids of a certain age, or you have this, or you have that, or I think it's going to be a little more confusing than that. At 1:19, with the restrictions being lifted, and new variations popping up, will we go into a second lockdown, or third or fourth, another lockdown? Will we go into another lockdown? Kay Nelson saying Ron Johnson is a creep. That is the most mild thing that could be said about him. I will agree with that. Worry. But those could be, that could be vaccinations. Let's see. Higher wisdom. Working. 8 of Wands, 3 of Swords, the World. There may be in different parts of the world, but it's the vaccinations. The vaccinations are the key to minimizing, like making, if there are any lockdowns, making them more local. Does that make sense? This is vaccination. This is what could be happening. That's just Republican nonsense of ignore it or whatever. This will come to an end. I mean, there will, our lives will not go back to normal, complete, like this never happened, but better than it's been. And okay, last question, 121. My gosh, how many questions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This will be question 15. 121, 30. Okay. So the question was, it was from Patty Palmer. The question was, do Democrats know that Trump is working with Newt Gingrich on the 2022 election? I don't know that they necessarily need Democrats to know. I think the more important question would be, what effect will Trump working with Newt Gingrich on the 2022 elections have? What effect? Effect will Trump working with Newt Gingrich 2020 elections have? Hi. Newt Gingrich. Have I ever read on you? Oh. How many wives? He's had a lot of wives, hasn't he? And he's cheated a lot. I don't normally get stuff like this, but his base chakra is a mess. Absolute mess. I don't normally pick up on stuff like that, but it's like partially unraveled. I mean, it's just awful. His lower chakras are not healthy at all. Is it just me? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Thank you. Is anybody else? Gary saying, yes, he divorced his cancer-stricken wife. He seems the type, yeah. Is it just me? Is anybody else picking up on Gingrich? This whole his whole energetic thing is a mess. All right, so what will affect will Sniffy and Skeezy working together have? Okay, Coop, I was just thinking ooh when you said ooh. Man. Okay. What effect will Sniffy and Skeezy working together? Oh, Linda, I don't know that it's his illness. It's I don't know. Some of it may manifest as illness, but it feels also just like he himself has just shredded things. And just, so it's like, yeah, it's shredded. Let's just do the thing. All right, Sword of Truth. I think the Sword of Truth might be misused a bit, is what that feels like. 3 of Cups, Ace of Wands, Queen of Swords, 9 of Cups, a Queen of Wands. We will fight them. 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 But got a Queen of Swords right in the middle. Trump is going to be heavily distracted by legal troubles, but this also for some reason feels like the military. Somehow the military not liking Trump is an issue. People in the military who turned against Trump is an issue. Gingrich. Yeah, skeezy. Sniffy and skeezy. Insult to injury. I think a whole bunch of legal stuff is going to land on Trump, and Newt Gingrich is going to realize, oh, he feels it's like a disappointment, like a, oh, well, I guess that's not happening. We're not going to be doing that then. You're welcome, Patty. Thank you for being here. Oops. The lies. Two of Pentacles. Five of Wands, Six of Swords. You know, yeah, I don't think we need to worry about them. I think that they may make some noise, some trouble for a while, but ultimately these are secrets inside lies. These are, oh man, this is shell corporations within shell corporations within lies within throwing people under the bus. A lot of that here. Trump's financial situation unraveling, and some people in the Trump world are going to jail. They're going to prison. That's strong. Some people, more than one, in Trump's orbit are going to prison. That's what that feels like. Great. Let's never read on Newt Gingrich again. Let's. I'm good on time. I'm good on time. Thank you, Roxy. Thank you. It's only Wednesdays. I've got a hard time cutoff, and I appreciate that. You are very kind. It's very kind of you to help me there. Pamela's asking, isn't the Ace of Swords success? When I started doing these readings, there were a lot of people who didn't know how to read cards, and they would tell me repeatedly that, what deck should I get? How do I learn to read these, and what have you? So I started just reading cards right side up because people were just starting. And if I started doing upside down and this, it seemed to confuse things, and sometimes the energy, and people would misunderstand. Because you could have a bunch of cards that most of them were upside down, and it could be like a positive outcome, but people then would argue. So it was easier to just go, okay, we're just doing right side up. That's it. We're just doing right side up. And it just stuck, even though most of, actually quite a few are, how to read tarot cards. You have your own psychic beliefs. So I have to go with what it feels like. If it feels like it's upright or upside down, the sort of truth, it can be success. It can be a very good thing, but it felt like it was very much upside down, very much negative. Twisting the truth is what that felt like. So, okay. Susan is saying Bunny Kitty. Oh, Bunny Kitty is napping in a plant pot, but she still says hi. Oh my gosh. Little sleeping in a plant pot. That is adorable. Kristen has said, news RIP John Davis, one of the real voices behind Milli Vanilli, has died of coronavirus. He was 66. That's a shame. He obviously had a wonderful voice. Kay has been here. What was this? Okay, saying, I've been teaching myself to knit. Been with Autumn from the start practically. Autumn, I never miss, even if I have to watch on replay. Oh, thank you, Kay. Thank you. Thank you. Linda, I do read the cards upright and upside down. Good. 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 All right. Well, that's going to do it for me for today, but thank you so very much for being here. I will be on Book Art Media for writing sprints from 4 to 6 p.m. Central Time. That's every day. We get together and I'm working on a murder mystery, so just working on that. And then at 6:30 Central Time in the US, I will be on Red Lentil Healing. So I'll be over there with Adrienne, which is always fun. She's a hoot. I love her. All right. Thank you for everything. Susan saying, wish I could send you a picture. Friend me on Twitter. I don't, it usually takes me time to get to my Twitter messages and get through them, but friend me on Twitter. You can send me whatever you'd like. But anyway, thank you. Take care. And I will see you either at 4 o'clock over on Book Art Media. I will see you at 6:30 at Red Lentil Healing, or I will see you right back here tomorrow at noon Central Time in the US. Thank you. All right, I'll talk to you later.